This is DX2099, Analytical Chamber with Dr. Bright Aregs.
Greetings. You are in the chamber, the analytical chamber of DX2099. This is where we examine the prevailing conditions in the continent of Africa, and we present them to you factually as they really are. Here in the chamber, we bring to you the leaders and the experts that will illuminate the issue of the day in every country in the continent of Africa. Today, we will listen to the Nigerian Ambassador to the United States of America, Professor Ade Adefuyi, on its focus on the economic development in Nigeria. In recent years, Nigeria, even though Nigeria should be one of the economic superpowers of the world, I mean, I say one of them, we've been going through ups and downs. Every country needs foreign investors, particularly direct foreign investors. Those are the investors that come into the country, build factories, and expect a slow growth to recover their investment. Not the ones that come and sell now or do things in a very quick shot and take the money and leave, or just extract natural resources. What do you think about Nigeria economy, and how do you see it from now on, since we have new government with great foresight?
Well, I think the atmosphere is now very ripe for Nigeria to maximize its resources, yes, its God-given talents, yes, and lead the course on the way to making Nigeria a country of our dream. Okay. We have tremendous human and material resources. We have all kinds of minerals you can think of. We have all kinds of the right personnel you can think of. And we have a lot of goodwill in the international community. Yes. But for some strange reasons, we have not been able to get our acts together. Yes. We have not been able to live to our potential. Yes. But I think right now, the political atmosphere, and going from that, the economic atmosphere is now such that we are set to take our place in the world. Yes. Having conducted the free, fair, and credible election, we have now laid the ground for what is called political stability in our country. Very good. People now believe in us, and the atmosphere is such that foreign investors are in a position to come to our country and invest more. Yes. I have, since we had the election, received so many requests and granted so many interviews to many foreign organizations who are trying to invest in Nigeria. And my message to them is this: this is just the time, yes, to increase your level of investment in Nigeria. Yes. And I keep telling them, the government has made the necessary environment, has created the necessary environment that's conducive to foreign direct investment in our country. Yes. Apart from a guarantee of political stability, we have, to begin with, there's a one-stop shop at the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Excellent. Where any investor wanting to come to Nigeria will have everything he wants, every question he could possibly ask answered, and be told how to go about it. Excellent. Also, Nigerian missions all over the world have been instructed to give all the necessary support to foreign investors wanting to come to Nigeria. In fact, the new foreign minister, Ambassador actually said it, that our foreign policy is now going to be investor-driven. Very good. Because we know that having established the right political atmosphere, it is now time for us to improve the economic welfare of our people, to improve the quality of life. And this we can do by maximizing our resources, our God-given talent. Yes. And we have enough of investors in the oil industry. Yes. But the argument we are making to the international community is that there is more to Nigeria than oil. Yes. There is more to Nigeria than oil, in the sense that we have vast resources, vast agricultural potential. We have cocoa, groundnut, palm oil, any of these agricultural products you can think of. Yes. We have solid minerals. Yes. You know, all kinds of solid minerals you can think of. All these can even generate enough revenue for us that is even as big, if not bigger, than oil. Yes. So, in other words, what we are saying is that the time is ripe. The government has been taking so many measures to ensure that the atmosphere for foreign investors is around. First, even look at the type of personnel in our cabinet now.
Yes.
You have the managing director of the World Bank coming to manage our finances.
Yes.
You have somebody who has done very well in Goldman Sachs, and who was a Minister of Finance, now going to be in charge of our Commerce and Industry Ministry, and is going to manage our Sovereign Wealth Fund.
Yes.
You have an acclaimed expert in power generation, Professor Nanji, is our Minister of Power.
You have just listened to Professor Ade Adefuyi, the Nigerian Ambassador to the United States of America and also the head of mission. This is a unique interview we had with the ambassador in Washington, D.C. Well, here I have my analyst in the chamber with me, and to my immediate right is DX Izochukwu. DX Izochukwu is the Executive Director of Africa Corporation here in Los Angeles, California. To my far right is Austin Oguma. Austin Oguma is the Director of Communications and Student Affairs at the American Heritage University of Southern California. Mr. DX Izochukwu, welcome to the program. Mr. Austin, welcome to the program. Gentlemen, you've just heard the ambassador of Nigeria Ambassador to the United States, His Excellency Ambassador Ade Adefuyi. You heard him speaking to the Nigeria Economic Growth. What do you think, Mr. Izochukwu?
I think the ambassador made a great point about foreign investors, but I would also ask that the Nigerian government also empower Nigerians to invest in Nigeria as well.
You're talking about Nigerians in the international community?
Yes.
Of course, the ambassador went there too.
So I think, I mean, he made all the good points in case for Nigerian investor. The climate is good, the democracy is in place. There's a lot of things that are going on there. It's a great opportunity. Nigeria is a great, great, great investor potential for anybody around the world.
That is true. They should, what's your take?
It's very interesting to know that he says that the new Nigerian foreign policy has to be investment driven.
Yes.
To attract foreigners or investors to come to Nigeria to invest. I remember a former German ambassador to Nigeria once said that investors will follow Nigerians in the diaspora, yes. Because they prefer to invest in foreign countries, and the moment they see them, trooping back home, yes. not necessarily living over there, yes. taking their investment back to Nigeria, yes. they say they will follow.
So what you are saying is that the Nigerians in the international communities that are investors are the ones to lead the investment.
They have to lead the rules.
The foreigners can follow. Excellent. Yeah. That is excellent. Well, you've just heard my analyst speaking to the issue of economic development in Nigeria. We both all agree that Nigeria need foreign investors, particularly direct foreign investors. We will take a short break, and when we come back, we will listen more to His Excellency Ambassador Ade Adefuyi.
Daddy, where does conky come from? Mommy, where does our food come from?
The Dangote Group is one of the most diversified business conglomerates in Africa, with a hard-earned reputation for excellent business practices and product quality. Today, Dangote Group is a multi-billion-dollar company poised to reach new heights, in every endeavor competing with itself with a vision for a better tomorrow. Occupational Health and Safety Management System, OSHA 18001, 2007, certified. International Quality Management Standards, ISO 9001, 2008, certified. African champion and globally accepted quality standards. The Dangote Group, improvement, partnership and professionalism, value, security and steady returns. Touching lives every day, providing your basic needs, passionate about you. Dangote Group of Companies, an economic engine like no other.
We also have somebody who has done so well increasing the quality of food production in other countries. Excellent. As the Minister of Agric.
Yes.
And all these people, along with a super performing governor of the central bank,
yes,
will constitute the core of our economic team. An economic team that will make sure that we cut the expenditure on the current expenditure. We minimize waste. Mm-hmm. We play to our strength. Yes. We create conditions that will make the private sector the engine of growth.
Excellent.
We have also taken measures by the central bank governor to clean up the banking industry. Yes. You know, all the measures he has done. Those measures have even won him so many awards in the international community. We have our stock exchange has been cleaned up. Yes. They are now generating profit and it's steadily increasing. And as I keep telling American businessmen, there is those of them who were lucky to have taken part in our privatization of the telecommunication industry. Yes. They will tell them that they have never made so much profit within such a short time.
That is true.
And what I keep telling them is that if you come and take part in a privatization process in power and agriculture, you will live to thank God for the day you made such a decision. Because the federal government is going to put emphasis, among other issues on the economic front, yes, on power generation and also agriculture. Yes. The emphasis now is to diversify the base of our economy. Right. And we are tired of the reliance on one commodity, oil. Like I said, there's more to Nigeria than oil. Yes. And part of the thing we want to do is to use the resources in oil to develop other sectors of the economy, yes, especially agriculture. And the mission here did a sensitization program for American investors to meet with Nigerian investors so that they'll be able to take part in the privatization process of power, our IPP, yes, Integrated Power Project. Right. And we had American investors meeting with Nigerian investors. We got the support of the U.S. Exim Bank. We got the central bank governor was there. The Minister of Foreign Affairs was there. The then advisor of the President on Power, right, now Minister Professor Onanji, was here. Right. And we got Nigerian businessmen to talk to the American businessmen, and they made joint projects to be able to be working on our power project, and they are now working. Yes. We want to do something similar on agriculture. Excellent. Sometimes later this year or early next year, the plans are on, okay, to be able to focus attention of the American private sector on agriculture. Excellent. So that we'll be able to increase the quality, the quantity of our food product. We want to mechanize and commercialize agriculture. Yes. So it'll be a revenue generating source for us. Right. So I will lessen this dependence on oil.
You've just listened to Ambassador Ade Adefuyi, a great guy, great man indeed, speaking to yet Nigerian Economic Development. Mr. Austin, what do you take from the ambassador's analysis?
Well, there seem to be a coordinated, effort. Yes. To mobilize investors to go to Nigeria. Yes. And I just hope they will sustain it. Yes. So that there will be enough. We already have enough food over there. Yes. We need to have people that will basically process them. Yes. And the people are waiting. They are hungry. And if we have more than enough, people in Somalia will not be hungry.
That is true. What do you think?
I think the ambassador is on target about developing other sectors, non-oil sectors of Nigeria. Yes. I think for so long, Nigerian oil sector has been where the focus is. Yes. Agriculture, electricity, of course, will drive everything. Without power generation being in place, all these things, food preservation and production will be hampered. So I think the focus is great. I hope, like my colleague said here, to sustain that, make it a long-term planning, and I think the government will come out all right, and everybody.
That is great. You've just heard the analysis speaking to the ambassador's analogy on what he is doing. As a matter of fact, we have a great man, now hardly a U.S. Part of Nigeria's foreign missions. Ambassador is saying to the people that, look, the government has said that it's tired of monolithic focus of economic development and is willing to bring in investors to develop other parts of the national economy. This is great. I'm sure you will agree with me, Mr. Austin.
It is great. The one thing is clear in Africa.
Yes.
If everything is going well in Nigeria, it will have a ripple effect.
Do you agree on that?
I definitely do. Also, I think one thing that needs to be emphasized, not just by talk but by action, is to encourage the Nigerians and international community to be part of this, to lead this effort, because I think they have a lot to offer in the development of Nigeria.
Thank you very much. We are going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will listen to the way His Excellency Ambassador Ade Adefuyi dissect his process of developing Nigeria, attracting investors to Nigeria, particularly in the area of agriculture. We take a break.
What does it take to fly? It takes knowing we have our work cut out for us. Flying brings more challenges every day. But if you ask any of the pilots who work here, they'll say one of the first things they learned in flight school is that if you run before the wind, you can't take off. You've got to turn into it. Face it. The thing you push against is the thing that lifts you up. So every challenge, really, is a chance to show that even in this crazy world of no liquids, take your shoes off, cost-cutting, and route cancellations, someone in this industry still has the passengers back. It starts with a simple hello, and it ends in over 350 destinations worldwide. And along the way, we'll prove we're not just building a bigger airline, we're building a better one.
By the time we do that promo, that forum on agriculture, American private sector people will know that, will realize what we are saying, that there's more to Nigeria than oil.
Yes.
And right now that they are helping us to generate power.
Yes.
Now they'll be there, when by the time we finish that program in December or January, we have many more of them generating, helping us in agriculture. And in any case, these two issues, power and agriculture, the government has realized the need for this. And that's why you talk about a government that knows what it's doing, that's consistent. The government of Goodluck Jonathan has made special interventions in two sectors of the economy,
Yes.
providing billions of dollars for power and agriculture.
Very good.
Special intervention, apart from normal budgetaries, so that those two areas that are very, very crucial to turning the economy, to turn the economy around,
Yes.
and improving the quality of lives of the people. So the government has done that, and so that's why most of the programs we do on those issues,
Yes.
we get the central bank governor involved.
Very good.
He was there when we did the provision on power. He was there. He will be there when we do the one agric. And and he's working with the mission. I'm traveling to Nigeria tomorrow, and I will see him. And I will see I'm seeing the new Minister of Agriculture,
Yes.
the new Minister of Commerce and Industry.
Yes.
I know Ngozi very well. We'll be working here together. And so the ministers in the key ministries that are critical for the development of the economy, we are working very much with them from the embassy here. So that together, from the foreign aspect, from the foreign investment aspect, we'll be working together to improve the quantity and quality of foreign investment, the American investment in the Nigerian sector.
That's great. Excellent. Now you talk about other minerals in the country.
Yes.
Nigeria has a great deposit of iron ore. And as a matter of fact, Nigeria has been trying to move its iron industry for the longest now, even when I was still a young man. And it has not gone anywhere. What is this new government, what is it doing to make sure that we move our iron industry and attract foreign investors, even just to have mountains in the country? What do you think about this?
Well, let me say this. Every minister, when they were sworn in, were given the mandate
Yes.
to ensure that within their respective ministries,
Yes.
they make sure that there's an intensification of activities towards this whole purpose, this whole goal of improving the economy of the country.
Yes.
And I'm sure the minister, under those portfolio,
Yes.
those solid minerals
Yes.
fall, is also making effort. From here, I've given you the emphasis we are putting on power and agric.
Yes.
But that does not mean that we are neglecting other
Very
sectors of the economy.
Very good.
And I know a group of American industrialists came here and expressed interest in the mining industry in Nigeria.
Yes.
I've told them to write me a proposal, and it includes iron.
Very good.
And it includes coal,
Yes.
all kinds of solid minerals.
Yes.
I've told them to put forward a proposal to me, which I will take I will either send it by post, or when I go to Nigeria, follow it up with discussion with relevant ministers.
Yes.
And we'll progress. But I do know that the fact that I'm emphasizing power and agric doesn't mean we are neglecting others. Solid minerals is an area in which we can also make tremendous amount of profit. And so that is being taken care of.
It has been interesting listening to His Excellency Ambassador Ade Adefuyi, the Nigerian Ambassador to the United States. He's speaking to the issue of agriculture, power, and as a matter of fact, delving into the solid minerals in Nigeria. Gentlemen, Mr. Austin Oguma, what interests you, among others, the work Ambassador Ade Adefuyi is doing to bring investors or take investors to Nigeria?
It's what seems to be a proactive approach to mobilizing foreign investors to come to Nigeria.
Yes.
Instead of waiting for them to come, we are going to them.
Yes.
Pitching what we have, trying to educate them. He talked about agricultural seminar
Yes.
or something that he's putting up.
Right.
I know that there's going to be quite a lot of interest in that.
Yes.
That kind of proactive approach is what we need. Sell ourselves to them. Then they will now come, and by the time they get there, they already have an idea of what they want to do.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Right.
You are right. Mr. Izochukwu, don't you think Professor Ade Adefuyi is a man we should be proud of here in the United States, and even to praise the person that put him in office?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think listening to the ambassador, I'm very, very impressed with his sense of commitment to really development in Nigeria.
Yes.
I think for so long, it seems like a lot of things are not going the right way, and now things are coming on track.
Yes.
The ambassador touched on the important areas of solid minerals, agriculture. This emphasis on agriculture is worth noting because agriculture is very, very crucial to any nation to be able to feed herself.
Yeah.
And I also want to call on the ambassador to also look at all the Nigerians in the international community as little ambassadors that could be partnership with him to make this thing happen. I think it's important.
I think it's already doing that. I think he take your advice in advance.
Oh, okay.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Dishek, if I may say so. Well, we've just listened to the analyst having a great interest on what His Excellency Ambassador Ade Adefuyi speaking to Nigeria Economic Development. We are going to take a short break, and when we come back, I will show you the clip of what is coming next week, yet with Professor Ade Adefuyi. We take a break.
The world has two real large challenges right now. One of them is to make sure that we have energy to supply our economies, improve the standard of living for people all over the world. And the second challenge is to be able to do that without harming the environment.
It's a massive amount of energy that's needed, and it's projected to grow more than 30% over the next 25 years.
There's plenty of oil around for the future. challenge is there in more difficult places.
You have to make very large investments, and underlying it all is technology.
ExxonMobil has developed breakthrough technology like R3M.
The Earth has electromagnetic waves. With R3M listening devices, you can make sense of those waves.
which allows you to see deep below the Earth's surface before you've even drilled a well.
We have to go further afield. We have to apply more and more technology.
It's very exciting when you think about technology that not only accesses additional energy supplies, but also minimizes environmental impact.
Now for the international community. Not necessarily the Nigerian, the international community as a whole, the Americans, the Russians, the Chinese, and many other countries, the Europeans that would like to invest in Nigeria. And following the event of what is going on in Nigeria now, particularly some part of the country, of course it's not everywhere, but some part of the country, I believe that one part is just as important as any other part. Thank you very much for watching DX2099. We've been listening to His Excellency Ambassador Ade Adefuyi speaking to the issue of Nigerian economic development. Next week, we are going to present to you, yet still, His Excellency Ambassador Ade Adefuyi, but this time speaking to the conduciveness of Nigerian economic environment and how he is attracting foreign investors to Nigeria. Until next week, please be good and stay blessed.
DX2099, Analytical Chamber with Dr. Bright Aregs.